We're live.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hexagon TTRPG. I'm Brent, and I'm thrilled to have you join us for a special episode of today's adventure, where I am all of a sudden from the south.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We're just playing Progenitors Bloodlines after about a month, so I'm really excited. And we're going to be playing with some of my favorite people, starting with Simon. Please introduce your characters.
Hello, my name's Simon, and I play Wilm Fair. Wilm Fair is the, I guess, more fiery avian progenitor, and he's been practicing his flying, kind of not quite flying, but more like boost jumps. And he's been made all too aware of the need for some sort of goggles because get bugs kind of getting into your face and eyes real quick. So he's been trying to attempt to fashion some sort of lenses from a clear resin, and like trying to affix them to his head. But it's been slow going. But he's been trying to figure it out because they don't really have anything like glass just yet. So resin it is for the moment.
Beautiful.
Hold on. Did I admit you're trying to put resin eyes on your head?
No, I'm trying to make like lenses out of resin.
Lenses.
Yeah, to make like goggles, so that he can strap them on when he goes and not get any bugs in his eyes.
Yes. Okay. My brain took the bug part and the resin part and then made it Jurassic Park.
No, that's pretty sick. Because you've got some new. Wait, are they made, or are you still trying to make them?
Because we haven't actually done anything in game, I have not made them yet.
That's good.
But that's kind of like a thing that I want to do at one point.
I think I'm next. I'm Peter, and I'm playing the brutish Tomas. He's not that much of a brute actually, but in the theme of building things for ourselves or trying to make things for ourselves, Tomas has been collecting the shed spikes and blades from Zelkarith. They like sort of molt off him, and he's been kind of collecting them. Maybe he leaves them with the weavers. That's something we can figure out. And he's been doing a little bit of practicing with them because they kind of slice up his hands. So he's trying to figure out how best to wield them. He's kind of desperate for a weapon, and he'll take what he can get. So he's got like these cut up, calloused hands from training with these dangerous weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely can collect some stray spider parts. That's something I wanted to go over in this episode, incidentally. Was how some of your tribesmen have been collecting parts from the forest, and they've started to integrate it into their dress.
Very cool.
All right, so that means it's my turn. I am Diana. I am playing my lovely extraterrestrial gal, QT. And her fact of the day is she has hyperphantasia, opposite of aphantasia. She can visualize things incredibly well. So whenever she tries to get away or whenever she tries to attack or do a move, she visualizes multiple ways to go about it first and then chooses the one that feels best. So let's say she wants to kick someone, just kind of visualizing in the moment real quick on like how to kick him,
Wow. So canonically, Quinn is a shadow boxer.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Also, it makes me think of the Devil Bat Ghost from Ice Shield 21.
Yes, absolutely.
Seeing the arrows go between people, like
That's it. Very anime for sure. Very anime. But yeah.
Well, here with the anime Quinn, the fiery world, and the not so brutish Tomas. And if you are here, make sure to say hi in chat. And if you're new, hit the follow button. to stay in the loop. You can catch up on all past episodes of this Progenitors Bloodlines or our other shows over on YouTube. And you can hang out on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, all TheHexagonTTRPG, as well as our Discord. But without further ado, let's get started. It's been a little while, so I have a bit of a recap that I have to go over with everyone just to make sure we're on the same page. Oh, and I should mention that Otto will be played by myself for a little bit until CJ, our other player, comes back. So, last time on Dimensionauts, Progenitors Bloodlines. I have it written as session 19. This is where everybody woke up after the story time and started to kind of interact with the factions, go around and, just collect your thoughts, collect your things. We met at a meeting of the progenitors of Varintha Solis and Ager Canthocrat. This is the Manus Arachne and the Umbra Arachne of the Corpus Arachne, of which the Vox Otto is the head, basically. We also met Susie, the chronicler, and Riley, who is the head of the scouts. So Susie and Riley were here. There was also, I think, Quinn, on your part, you had Maylin with you.
Yes.
Bart was there, and so was, oh my God. This is why we have to do the recap. I was going to say Keenan. It's Kane? God.
Kaylin?
Help me. Kaylin.
Kaylin and Wilga.
And Wilga was here. I can't forget Wilga, but Kaylin for some reason. Incredible. So we had this meeting of all the minds, and the great Black Mother interceded. She showed up, and she had some suggestions on how to approach going about defeating these voidlings that infested the forest, and in fact informed everyone that there was a way to bait them and basically, spring a trap on them so that you could have the advantage in battle and better take care of them and not have to hunt them down through the forest. Basically, being very much a spider and being like, what? Go hunting? Why don't you just trap them instead? That's so much easier, isn't it, my spider brethren? But I think had a little bit of the Witch Maleficent vibe in that episode, where it was like, how come I was not invited to this meeting of the forest? That being said, you have a scroll with you that allows you to communicate with some of the Fae people to help coordinate with the, I hesitate to say Fae army, because it's more of a collection of various magical creatures who are all able or are all in communion with Valeth, the memory tree. Speaking of which, I brought his picture up a little earlier, but I will bring it back. The great woods and Valeth that we're in here. After the meeting, I think the progenitors, you all convened. I think went to bed for the night. It was evening at that point, was it not?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so. And if it wasn't, I think we'll fast forward to it being like nighttime. Like there were other preparations during the day. You guys have like gotten stock of all your forces. Like I think I want to wake up on a new day. And what I would like from the players is and the characters, what is it that we're doing now? We've thrown out a bunch of different hooks. I have them written in a bunch of places over here in terms of like what to do. There's the dragon, there's the voidlings, there's the mogwai that have not been resolved yet, which have to do with Bart. There is a vision from Valeth of a necromantic book in a swamp. There is a lack of information about what is beyond your coast. There is a landmass that has been left unexplored nearby. There's the ocean. I think that's it. That's not enough.
Oh gosh.
And we still gotta make a home, everybody.
And we gotta make homes.
I can't forget. Yes, there's still mentor and his thought of, well, once you make a home, it unlocks something.
You need that meta progression. Okay, what do we start with? Then? Is what we start.
Well, I think we were talking about before potentially going to get the dragon. I can't remember wrong.
Yeah, we can do the dragon. Yeah, you and I were down for that. Diana, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm down to join. Like, we have two threats in my head. It's like, regardless which one we deal with first, they both have to be dealt with at some point. So if most of the team wants to do dragon, she will help with dragon.
All right, we're doing dragon.
You
Alrighty. Having chosen a quest from the quest board,
Yeah.
I almost feel like probably at the watering hole there starts to be like a, maybe not because you don't have paper yet, unfortunately, but maybe it's like
No.
branches or pieces of wood that have been carved into like slates, and there's like, you know, your daily tasks, and it's like, if it's your task, almost, it's like a hall pass almost, where you pick it up and you're like, okay, I'll be the woodcutter today, or I'll get the water today, and it's like people are able to distribute chores a little bit, and if one's taken or moved into the done pile, then, you know, you could do something else. You guys are out on, you know, and probably expedition for all the progenitors, so everybody knows that you're going to be away for a little bit. Do you guys want to bring anyone with you in terms of your tribes? Is this going to be a small but agile party? I leave it up to you.
I don't want to bring May, that's for sure. She's staying home. She's not encountering dragon.
Yes, and she's happy to continue with the like diplomacy with the Fae. So it's like, you're like, hey, can you stay home? And she's just like, no problem. Like, I'm gonna go talk to them. Like, we gotta, you know, potentially get
Yeah.
some more of these communication scrolls. Like, one isn't enough.
Mhm.
She's already like, hey, how can we make stuff better? And so she starts to get on that.
Sounds good.
Uh,
But you two have some people that could be pretty beefy in a fight.
we could, but we also know that the. So I mean, we're calling it a dragon. I think it was also called a red drake. So like, I think there's some uncertainty exactly what this thing is, but it's also like in some sort of hibernation state. I think was what was described to us, that it might be easier to take out because it's sort of like sleeping or slumbering.
So to reiterate, I believe I've called it a dragon and a wyrm.
Okay.
I don't know if I've said drake necessarily, but if I have, perhaps it was an error of the character that I was being in the moment.
I might have written it wrong in my notes too. That's just how I have it written.
Well, I think some information was gathered from like little tree people who were like, that thing in the drake in the forest. So absolutely could be that. I will say that there are more than one, and they hibernate for very long periods. When they wake up is when they become noticeable and voracious, and like then they're findable and, you know, basically huntable. If it goes back to sleep, you could basically will lose track of it again until the next time it is around. So basically, I think as a DM, I'll kind of let you in on the mechanic that I'm thinking of here. If you ignore this and you go to fast time, the drake will go back to bed. And if it does, like, it will be very difficult to go find it again. So you lose out on some resources potentially before it, you know, it goes to sleep.
All right, cool. All right, well, it's voracious. Probably should bring some extra people.
Yeah, we have newly acquired powers, priest, which someone can
Yeah, does
remind
Bart
the
want to
name.
come and do a little
Yeah, Bart.
test run with us?
Mm-hmm.
Bart says that he's happy to join and to be included in helping provide safety for the denizens of the forest.
Freaking sick. Okay. So at least we got one more magic user.
Mhm.
What else?
I think
Yes, actually, on that note, you go to ask him, and he's hanging out with Johnny.
Oh.
And you can clearly see that Johnny, shirtless, buff, big bicep, like he's kind of like a loud guy, but he's always been kind of like in the background.
yeah.
And here he is, kind of like learning to chop wood with Bart. And as you see him, kind of like bringing that axe down, there's like almost like a slightly red afterglow, an after image of the axe as it falls. Oh, it's into the, and Johnny like slicking sweat off his brows, beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair. Hair getting a little longer now. I think the more time that we've spent, and he's getting used to this outdoorsy life. So different from his past life that he remembers being a marketer. And yeah, it seems like Bart has been mentoring a little bit.
Yo. I like Bart. So far, Bart has been freaking great.
It's also not the image at all that I had of Johnny. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
oh, Johnny.
Johnny.
God damn, Johnny.
Johnny's always been.
He doesn't have like firepower, right?
He does.
He does have firepower?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Okay. So never mind. He's got it all. He's the full package. Damn.
Well, does Johnny
Give him a
want to
very
come?
assured nod when I see him. No words are needed.
No words are needed. Yeah, I mean, if you guys invite Johnny,
It's up to you guys, but the more the merrier.
I only ask Bart.
Bart will come ask Will, and he's like, "Oh, Tomas said that Johnny should join us on the expedition. What do you think? I've been kind of hanging out with him a little to try and get to know, him. He seems one of the more capable of the fire users here, and he's quite good. I can sense that he is able to circulate magic in himself quite well."
Yes, he was one of the ones that I was going to ask to join us. Seemed like Tomas has beat me to the punch.
Yes. Well, let us hope that with all this firepower, we can, I guess, blow the hell up this dragon.
Well, see, from the stories, dragons are, well, they are fiery creatures themselves. So fire against fire is not always the best answer. I was hoping to have essentially some of Tomas's people as well. Actually, help us pin it down, maybe.
Are there any with ice powers in this forest?
Not that I know of. Maybe some of the Fae. We should ask Maylin if she knows of any Fae who have such prowess.
Yes, certainly. I can go take care of that. I haven't been doing too many chores. I don't want to step on too many toes, so I don't mind to take a more communication heavy role.
Oh, I mean, we were going to make the rounds and ask the people we needed to, so you're more than welcome to join us. You don't have to take it on yourself.
No, please. It's a pleasure. I'm still an old man, even if I'm sturdy.
I mean, if you'd like, just don't feel like you need to do anything to earn your stay. You are already a welcome member.
He smiled, and you see maybe like a little old twinkle in his eye. He is an old man. He doesn't really want to have to do a job. and so he's fine leaving it to some younger people. So he'll go and take that message for you over to May. Quinn, you're there with May, maybe making some preparations, and you see Bart talking to her. May is like animatedly kind of talking about the Fae. There are indeed Fae with ice powers. The problem is that they're not really. The Fae are not super controllable. So in terms of when you tell the Fae stuff like "go help us here," they kind of will show up and just do stuff. So to say like, hey, specifically, can Ice Fae come along and help us, is a bit of a gamble, because basically you're saying Ice Fae show up. That being said, this was in the north of the forest, which is the winter part of the forest. So there's a high likelihood that there would be Fae in this area who would be willing to help with that kind of power.
Okay. I think, in my opinion, I think it would be best to just keep for the faith only for the voidlings. I don't know what the rest of the team thinks, but I feel like I wouldn't want to get them to do too many things just in case it ends up like we need to pay back and return some other way, and I'm already paying back quite a bit. So I don't know. Oh, I think you're me.
We don't need to use the Fae. It was just an idea in case
Yeah.
they might have had something that would have helped at not too high of a cost. Maybe they've already slain some dragons and have tips.
You know what? Are there any warrior fays, like fays that have been to battle already?
There's the one.
Well, there is
Lord
the
of
one.
Combat.
It's
They
very
wouldn't
true.
go find the Lord of Combat anytime.
Honestly-
Nobero.
Oh, honestly, should we ask for him? Would
He's
you
got
want to
that
slay a
sword
dragon?
too.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that you two have potentially a bit more of a rapport with the Fae than the rest of us.
Yeah,
Must
no,
you
for
not
sure.
fight him to a standstill?
He did.
But if you do not come with us, let us bring shirtless Johnny.
Johnny fully wearing a shirt this time. She's like, what?
It will be
You
good to
will
have a
not
display
trade-
of power. No, of course not.
Maybe I'll just come to make sure that Johnny stays on our end, not to get
All right.
doesn't get traded to anybody.
Yeah, so then what I would do, I would ask May in her political speech to also ask the man of combat to if he wants to go fight a dragon. Only if he wants to. If he doesn't, then that's okay. But if he's feeling the fire of beating down a big ass dragon, yeah.
So my question is, are you guys sending May alone to go do this, or are you going to help her with this?
I mean, I was down to go and try to meet them myself.
So May, I think, will then set up a meeting. So she'll set up. So again, will all three of you come to this meeting to meet up with Oberon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just be careful what you say, okay? I made this mistake. I wasn't careful enough.
I will not speak. That's
Oh,
more.
yeah. Oh,
I mean, it's only one way of avoiding anything.
We have Titania. So Titania is going to be, so there's again a ring of mushrooms, some twinkling firefly lights, even though it's the middle of the day. Titania will be away from this meeting. She will be nearby, and you all see that she is reading a book. The book a beautifully bound, like handcrafted. It looks like it has like small metal corners at the edges. An old leather cover with just some like faint glimmering letters that say fairy tales on the cover. Some very just old book. And she seems kind of just reading through it nonchalant in the background. But before you is the person that you have come to meet, Oberon himself, Lord of Combat. Let me grab him. And May will whisper to you, Quinn, before you guys go in. And she just says, the lady knows that Lord Oberon is quite hot-tempered, so she's just here to provide moral support.
Oh, I guess that's gonna be helpful.
And sorry, it's Titania that has all the books?
She has this one book, this one large bound vellum, and it's like beautiful and old.
Doesn't happen to look like the one we had in our visions, does it?
No, completely
Okay.
different.
Okay. Old leather-bound book. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Would you? I mean, do you want to like try and inspect it closer? Or, like, are you trying to get like a like?
No,
really-
it was just like I feel like the book that was in the vision was rather distinctive. So
Yes.
like, I would just a glance at it. I feel like would be enough to be like, okay, is that the same book?
100%. Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
completely. I think that book would be recognizable immediately. I think even just thinking about that book, you get like a flash of that vision of the leather that you know is human, the stitches, the eye staring out from it.
Oh right, there was an eye.
Yeah, there was a full-on eye in the book, and I think like just thinking about it, it's like there's a faint throb in your head of like even just imagining this thing invokes something.
Okay. So I'll firmly put that out of my head at the moment. Go up to Tomas and be like, "Are you ready?" He's looking directly at you, isn't he? We'll go over to Oberon.
Yeah, I'm gonna when we get there, I'll step up to Oberon and offer to shake hands, shake arms.
All right, you walk up, you lift your arm, he gazes at you, he lifts his arm, and so slowly goes in and clasps it.
Yeah. And then squeeze. I just wait for him to like do his thing, and then I'll squeeze. And I'd like to do like a little emotional check, just to see how he's feeling.
Yes, roll me an intellect.
Beautiful.
Are you going to use any skill or?
I don't think so. I mean, I have. It's just my like empathy magic. I'm trained in.
It
But
would
I
be
think that's it. I'm not gonna put any effort into this.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Yo, that's a good beginning.
Oh, bro.
On a natural 20, it's like it's like you're in his head for just a moment. You get a glimpse inside into his emotional state.
How annoyed is he?
I think, well, the first thing on a natural 20 is that the Fae are not human, right?
Right,
They're
yeah.
not like and I would say even that their mutation is it's happened over so much time, and they're from they're from the golden age in a lot of senses. And so when you feel this emotion, it's an emotion that it's raw and it is well used. It's like every emotion has been worn down to, it's like when you touch a bronze statue so many times that it leaves that print behind. When you open or put your hand on a railing so many times that the wood wears down and the sweat becomes ingrained. Like every part of his emotional state has been worn and worn and worn until it is, a certain way, natural and forever the same, and yet always changing just a little bit. So you get that sense of like just timelessness, but not in the same way that Valeth was, where Valeth was just like an unbroken, unknowable kind of like string of ancient thought. This is very much like something that was human, lived for many, many years, and by doing so became non-human and changed and evolved into something new through magic. And the emotion that you get on a nat 20 is glee. He is so happy to be meeting the person that he last fought with in this forest. And I think that on a nat 20, you get that he's bored out of his fucking mind. He is so bored being the Lord of Combat in a forest where there's not much to fight. And you see like he's got like a little bug leg now, like from a voidling, like around like at his like part of, he had like a collection on his clothing of like trophies and things. And so there's a little bit of void. So he's been hunting the voidlings in his spare time and obviously killing them. And he has no visible wounds, no added scars. And I think that's what you get from this handshake, this moment, staring into each other's eyes. But he looks at you and he smiles. And Titania immediately looks up from her book. Quinn, you notice this, and she just looks over at Oberon. And without looking at her, his smile dwindles a little. You just, what can I aid you with?
I think still clasping him, the little head on my forehead kind of begins to change. And I'll say it becomes like this really intense looking face, like this guy here, the picture you posted with like, I don't know, he's really pale. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, so it's just like this pale, like really serious face, but then it cracks a little smile. And as I'm clasping his hand, I go, "We're off to hunt the red dragon. You should join us."
He raises his eyebrows. Red dragon? I know of no red dragon.
Was it not a white dragon?
Might have been white. It will be red with blood when we're done with it.
And he goes up, and you see he strokes his chin, and a little bit of a beard appears for a second. It kind of sprouts as he thinks in that moment. And as he brings his hand away, the hairs fall just off his face. And he goes back to being this bald, pale, skinny thing. And as he flicks his hand, the green scale flits between his fingers. And he catches it. And he gives it to you.
What is this?
You look at it. There's a little bit of dried blood. It's hard, shimmering, iridescent in some ways when you shine at the light just right. It is a dragon scale from the north.
Maybe they were green. You've already killed it?
I'm the Lord of Combat, not of death. I have fought all the wyrms of the forest and won. But they remain. If you wish to kill it, you may do so yourself. But I have a tentative truce with the wyrms. They are still growing. But if you can beat it, wow, I can put some faith in you.
I'll hand back the scale. We need more than just one scale from it. So, yes, we will have to kill it.
He takes it, and he just turns his hand, and it's gone. Yes, well, I have no pact of unity. I have no bond of military aid with them. So, do as you wish.
All right. It's a bit of a shame, but thank you. Well, guess that's it.
He just crosses his arms and just looks at the whole party. I think you just feel disappointment.
I'm gonna like speak out. I'm gonna take a moment. Well, you might have fought it and won, but don't you wanna kill it this time?
He just said you wasn't Lord of Death.
Yeah, but like doesn't
There's a
mean you
truce
can't
with them.
become in the future.
It's me here.
Well, only for like menacing creatures. Not everyone.
Wait. Is this disappointment with us or just with the fact that he's not coming on the adventure?
Would you like to roll me another intellect?
Yeah, sure. Just to clarify, I guess. Or
He'll
maybe he's
hold
just disappointed because we're gonna kill his pals. 19. Wow. Okay.
19. So he holds Quinn's eyes, and his response is, "Find me something better." And Tomas, still being close, still having the reflection on your forehead. Excuse me, like it kind of in tune here with these feelings that he's exuding. On a 19, I think you're getting the feeling that it's a little bit of, I thought you were going to ask me more. I thought he thought he was coming here to make some sort of a deal in some way. But he had very different intentions than you guys. And so that didn't quite meet up. There's a little bit of, oh, you guys are going off to have fun and he can't participate. And there's a little bit of, I think he was hoping that maybe he could fight you.
No, he still wants to fight you.
A little hint of it.
It can be a competition in between who can beat the dragon first.
Well,
We are currently trying to set ourselves up to go hunt voidlings. Potentially, once we are better prepared, Tomas, you might be able to offer a game. See how many, once you are ready to fight the voidlings, see how many you can hunt and how many Lord Oberon can hunt, and make a challenge of it.
There you go.
but will the traps not interfere?
The traps?
Yes, our plan for the traps. But this
Well-
sounds like a much better idea, actually, than the traps.
I'm sure that the Lord Oberon and his Fae also have plans of their own.
He
So-
frowns but smiles a little. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the traps. We can have a personal count.
Precisely.
There you go.
The saying
Alright.
was mano a mano.
Mono.
Should it be something that interests you both, of course, but just as it seems that there seems to still be some sort of competitive spirit here, and if you wish to, well, go forth with it, this might be a better idea.
Well, Oberon, challenge?
I can't say no. And you see like magic start to flow, and he says, literally. And you see some sort of magic which is wash over him. And he's like, I am compelled. And he this time reaches out and waits for you to clasp his arm.
Wait, you should maybe set stakes first to make sure they're not giving out anything too important. Then just whisper into his
my
ears.
arm sort of like hovers there for a bit, and
Just make sure to set clear stakes to make sure that nothing untoward gets promised or
Bay comes over on the other side. Yeah, the fine print's really important.
no stakes, but the glory of victory. And I clap his hand.
He's like, but there's you feel a little tingling of magic. Nothing like what went washed over him. And I think you get the sense that like he is compelled by duels. He is compelled by challenges. They do something about the very nature of what he is as a fae. But with that being sealed, he says we can figure out the details once the competition commences on combat styles and what exactly.
Constitutes.
I need a weapon.
You say that, and you need a weapon.
Yes, I do. That was simply a question. Yes, I do need a weapon.
Meeting over then. Follow me.
Oh.
And he just claps his hands, claps them again, and the mushrooms start to unsprout. Just like... and as the circle disappears, Titania closes her book and puts it down beside her. And definitely, it should have just fallen off the tree. But as she glides gracefully down, it's just gone. And she comes and takes Quinn's hand and Wilm's hand. She says, "Well played, so nice, thank you. Let's go." Just holds her husband's eye for a second before she fully just shapeshifts into this beautiful deer with like multi antlers, and then prances off into the woods.
Wait, is she still holding her hand? Like, wait, what happened? Like, or
she
just
just held
like
her
a,
hand
like
just for a moment, just
Okay.
clasped them and went on her way.
bow my head to her as kind of course, Lady Tanya.
All Quinn is thinking in her head is, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Now she just became a deer too. Why is she such a goddess?
Goddess of the woods. But so she's gone. She's off into the woods, and Oberon is walking forward, and you can see as he's walking, the earth kind of like bubbles a little bit, and you see there's these like little like turtles, and they kind of like shift and look away and move, and you see like rocks get pulling into the earth a little bit, and then roots start to retract, and it's creating this road down under what looks to be like a big old tree. It's kind of like half dead, and as he's walking down, you can see some like small pixies, small like fairy type, like traditional like little fairy glowing with wings, like Tinkerbell almost. They come and they like hold up these little lit flowers to light the way into what is now a dark hole into the ground.
Pretty sure he wants us to follow.
Yeah, follow.
I mean, I follow the theme too.
All right. As you all make your way into the hole into the ground, it doesn't close up behind you or anything, but you can feel how alive this space is. And you know that this is, for all intents and purposes, Oberon's lair, in a sense. There is an army of fae here that are at his beck and call. This is not his own magic doing this. It is literally his command of his people. And as you make your way into the kind of like tunnel system here and this rooting network, you get lower and lower until all of a sudden you realize that it's no longer dirt and root that you're walking on. But after just a couple of minutes and going fairly steeply down and kind of like ducking under some bigger boulders that couldn't be moved and getting into these tunnels, all of a sudden it's a straight hallway. And you realize that it is metal and stone, and it seems like an old building.
Did you build this yourself, or were on you and your people?
No, it's always been here. And he just kind of like drags his hand along the wall, and you can see like just years and years of dust. But as he does, you see like the faint flicker, a glimmer of something as he moves on. And as you walk past Wilm, you see what looks like a very, very old like touch screen basically on the wall. An old panel.
Just as he kind of drifted his fingers across like the wall, I think I'll do the same, but like intentionally at the touch screen, just to see if it like activates on touch.
Yeah, and as you touch it, you feel a little bit of haptic feedback. That you see there's like a little red and exclamation mark like triangle symbol that kind of like beep beep kind of like flashes.
Okay.
Whatever this is, and like I would say even the flash is very dull for like a screen. So there's something wrong with the whatever the electronics are here, but they're definitely electronics.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to check.
Right, you guys follow him into these dark hallways. There's many little encampments here and there. Some of the rooms being used for various things, collections of little crystals and stones. And I think all of you can roll me an intellect to get a kind of a, maybe not a map, but more of like an impression of this place.
13.
11.
Quinn, I think you're muted.
Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get my roll going. Okay, and I got 18.
18. So, Will, Tomas, the two of you, this is definitely some sort of inner sanctum. As you look around, like it just, nothing you've ever seen before in the forest looked like this. Not even, in Valeth and going under in those tunnels and the voidlings, and you didn't see a single thing like this. Quinn, you get the sense, not only is this an inner sanctum, this might be a Dimensionaut structure. This might be from when the Seraphite Seraph Station first arrived in the system. That's how old this is.
I call upon Mentor. Mentor, is this what I think it is?
You see, like Mentor like goes to talk and just like it like glitches out, and then like tries to like do a motion, and it just like whatever this is, it's either corrupted or he can't tell you.
Okay. Can't believe it. It was here all along. And I guess I keep going.
What is it?
Oh, this is tricky because technically I can't talk about it. Out of character. Well, I've heard about this place before. Back from where I come from. We used to explore Earth, and I think this is one of the places they explored first.
This whole
So
place is
this-
yours.
Or this was
This-
here before you.
It was here before me. And I try not to add too much detail.
Right. Leaving you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
You walk deeper, and the deeper you get, it turns into guards that are like not just like, you know, servants or people going, or, you know, other fae going about their business and doing things in the sanctum. Literally, there are doors with guards posted, in, you know, different types of fae. You know, you see like more like tree-like fae, and then you get further in, and you see more like autonomous, like magical like creations. Like these are guards who never leave. They are always here, standing, waiting. And as you get into the very depths of this facility, you know, it takes like, I want to say a good like 15 minutes of walking to get fully down some stairs, down some hallways. Lots of like, you walk through a hallway and there's like collapsed other passages. Like there's not a lot of other ways to go. Right, this is not a sprawling building full of like tons and tons of rooms. It just seems like there's more like, there's only a little bit of this place that is left in a habitable kind of state. And as you get to this bottom bit, it is damp. There's a little bits of water. There's like some glowy moss now on the walls. It seems like this part of this facility has truly started to integrate into the earth. And he opens a door at the end of this hall. And inside are beautiful, glittering items of all sorts. And you see in the center of the room, Quinn, what is obviously Dimensionaut technology to you. It's a kind of like crystal with rotating rings around it with these like small gems. And you know this to be a sort of like stabilizer mechanism. It puts out a magical field that allows many ciphers to be in one place.
Oh my God.
That is what this room is full of. A collection of artifacts. And I mean, everybody recognizes there's like boots and armor and swords and shields and spears. But there's also like weird other stuff. There's like a small brick. There's there's like what looks like it could be nail clippers. All these like little doodads like and gadgets and things that are held around here. And you can see as he goes around, he, you know, picks up what looks like a tube, and he looks through it. He goes, "Oh, I see." Hands it just over to you, Tomas. Says, "Take a look." And you look at him, and you see past his flesh. There's like all of his like blood vessels and everything inside of him. You see that little like little bit by his neck. Inside there, there's like a magic crystal like just embedded into his being. Just like pure, like I want to say like whole, unfaceted, like it grew there. You're muted.
It's like a tumor.
Yeah, almost.
Got like
exactly.
a magical growth.
Magical crystal growths. So yeah, it just like lets
Yeah,
you
so
see.
I'll start looking
inside.
around. I look at Will, I look at Quinn, I look at just like start looking at different things, see what I
Absolutely, yeah.
can see.
You look at them. I mean, they're like more normal, kind of like. I think if you look at your own leg, you even can see like inside your leg for a moment.
Like, is there like any dials or anything like? Is this? Is there any other functions? I'm like manhandling it basically. So
Oh
like
my
maybe I'm
God.
accidentally.
Do you
clicking on
like
stuff.
twist it?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I twisted.
It breaks.
Oh shit!
He just turns and looks at you and he goes, "Just look at." And you see he's like not too concerned.
I just like check,
I'm
like,
there
does
in
it
the
still, do I
background.
still look through it even though it's broken?
You like put your eye up to it, and it's just like a kaleidoscope.
uh, pretty. Put it down.
I tried to take it and see if I can put it back together.
It's quite the collection.
You start to. I mean, Quinn starts tinkering with that. Wilm, you're here looking around. You say you like his collection. Oberon just says belongs to all of the Fae. We've been collecting trinkets from a long time, and those who perform services for the forest and for Valeth and for us often deserve rewards. And I would be happy to bestow upon you a weapon, especially if we're going to be competing. And he puts his hand at his side, and you see that he touches that sword that was there.
Yeah, I look at it and then I like start looking around the room for something of like. His sword is like, it's pretty modest, right? Like it looks like it's not like a great sword or something. It's just like a regular, like, well, it's not regular, but it's like pretty standard inside. It's like a short sword.
I would say it's more of a long sword.
Okay, it is.
Hold
Okay,
on
so it's still
just a
pretty large.
moment. I do still have the photo of it. I have a photo of it somewhere. Here we go. Oops.
Yeah, okay, it's like pretty classic.
Arthurian sword.
Yeah. So I'll look around the room for something of sort of similar aesthetic that isn't too crazy looking.
Roll me. God. There's all kinds of stuff here, so I'm gonna leave it to luck in terms of like how rare something will be. So roll me a d20, and each of you roll me a d20, and we'll see. Like, you can all find basically one interesting item of rarity. If you would like, I can GM intrude on any of those rolls, and basically, I will give 1 XP away, but you will find something of my choosing instead.
Okay.
For that, I just want to wait. Lord Roland, I would not want to. We would not want to indebt ourselves to you too heavily. These are assuredly priceless items that I feel like I can just give away.
Most of them have but a single use. They are wisps of magic transported through time. It would be a pleasure to give them with no strings attached.
That is very kind. We do appreciate it.
Yes. But more than appreciation, I would ask. Just that you remember it.
Will nod. You can GM intrude. I rolled on that one, so I'm like, look, that one or a GM intrusion. I feel like a GM intrusion would be much more interesting.
That one, I'm supposed to be able to do it for free, but
Yeah.
I'll be nice this time.
Nah, it's all good. XP-less.
XP-less. All right. 1, and Diana?
I got 19.
A 19. And what did Peter get?
I got a 6.
6. Right. So, on a GM intrusion on a nat 1, Wilm, your eye lands on what looks like a small, like, phoenix. As you approach, you realize that it's just a brooch. And I think on a nat 1, you pick it up. And there's just something about this brooch that it feels like it really, like you should wear it. Like it's just right.
How strong is that feeling?
I would say that it's like you get this like good feeling from it of like it just matches you.
What I'm saying is more, is it like a feeling of like I'm almost kind of doing it subconsciously, just like, yeah, I should just do it, and like, or is
Yeah.
it okay? Is Oberon watching?
Yep, he's looking in your direction.
Does he seem like perturbed that like I might be like putting it towards like attaching it?
No, he doesn't stop you. He doesn't do anything.
I don't know. I'll attach it. I'll wear it.
Yep, you put it on. You turn to your companions. Tomas, Dana, you see that Wiln is just wearing some sort of like small skull brooch.
Mm.
Oh, that was very nice. Very nice.
But to me, it looks like a phoenix.
It does indeed.
Interesting. Does this phoenix brooch not look interesting?
Phoenix?
Right.
No. The bones of a phoenix,
Fiery
perhaps.
bird.
I like tilt my head. I don't know if I would call it a phoenix, more like a skull.
Okay.
I do the shape with my finger. Like drawing
Clearly a
the
phoenix. I
ear.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, and you like look at it, you like
Aw.
maybe squint your eyes a little, and you're like, well, maybe the wings could be slightly in the shape of a skull.
It's artistic design, simply.
Do not ruin it for him.
Oh, sorry. I mean, if you're like it's great.
It seemed to call to me.
And I scan the room for my item.
Incredible. You scanned the room for your item.
Which one calls to me?
So on a 19, 18?
19.
19. Okay, I had a table ready for this.
Mm.
I think I lost. Hold on. Items and equipment. Yeah. That's too bad. Okay. On a 19, you find a small glass bottle, and it has a liquid in it, and it looks like there's, if you pull off the stopper, that you would be able to drink from it.
Oh.
But you look and you see yourself reflected in it, and you see yourself spin, and then the image of you seems to have changed. Actually, you're so muscular. When you blink and it's just your face looking back at you again.
Huh. Is this what I could become if I have to strength? A buff-ass woman.
That's all you've ever wanted.
With sparkles in my
Yeah, do
eyes.
the 3 a.m. routine with Wilga, and you'll get jacked.
Yo, honestly,
She starts at 3 a.m. She doesn't finish until 8.
Yeah. It's nonstop.
I'm not gonna, of course, I'm not gonna sip on it yet, but I'll keep it close to me for a nearby future.
All right. You have this vial of liquid that you take. On your roll, Tomas, you look around the weapons specifically that are in here, and what kind of weapon is Tomas really looking for? I think that you see there's like a couple of other swords, but they look very like gaudy, like just like very interesting pommels, and one of them looks like maybe it would be like a two-handed blade, but it's very thin, so maybe not to your liking so much.
Yeah, something a little like, well, no, you know what? Just like a spear or something. If they have something very simple, not gaudy at all. Like he's looking for something inoffensive. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And so I think you have this instinct to go like into the far corner, and you see there's a bunch of stuff just thrown on the ground. And so you like start like sifting through, and there's like some robes and stuff on top, and as you go down, there's like almost like it looks like slightly rusted pieces of like armor and weapon, but you happen upon one that you go to move it aside, and it's got good weight to it. And you pull out of this pile of stuff that was in the corner a slightly brown, like rusted looking iron spear. Very plain, very heavy and hefty. But as you kind of like just look at it and wave it around a little bit, you can tell the blade of the spear is sharp as ever. It just catches the light in a way that that this thing still cuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even just to like prove it to myself, I'll kind of slide my hand gently against the blade to sort of give myself a cut.
Ooh, you lose a might point. As you do that, it just like you cut your finger bad.
I just like clench it. And then with my other hand, I'll kind of like just start like brushing off those little bits of rust flakes off of it. I go, this one is good.
Indeed, as you begin to just rub on it, give it a little bit of tender love and care, the rust does seem to come off fairly easily. And I think it's quickly obvious that something else in this pile rusted and powdered this thing, because it itself is not very rusty. You're basically going to get a heavy weapon, but it can be wielded in one hand. So if you need to hold on to something and wield it, you can. But it just costs a little bit of might. So if you have a might edge, then you should be okay.
Okay, I see.
So it's a heavy one-handed spear, and it costs 2 might to wield in one hand per turn. So if you have an edge, then it'll be minus your edge per turn. So eventually, if you have an edge of 2 in might, then it's free to.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, and so then as I'm taking it, as I'm sort of admiring it, I'll kind of just sort of display it to Oberon, like, I'm taking this.
Oh, yes. That's a good one. We fought with it many years ago.
Oh. Good. It has some use. It's experienced.
Yes, and never scratch on it. That was the most interesting part.
I'll be sure to keep it that way.
Good luck. All of you have your small trinkets from Oberon's private stash, and he begins to lead you back out. Wilm, as you leave, you see multiple Fae turn their heads and look directly at your brooch.
Do they mention anything?
No. Roll me an intellect roll.
Okay. This seems a little weird. Ooh, it's an 18. And by the way, cheers.
Oh.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Please. Glug glug. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you're fine. His face.
You see one of them drink water and then look quickly at you, look away. On an 18, you blink and there's like an after image of one of them staring. And you blink hard and you see it again, almost like they're doing what they're doing and there's like a blur of them kind of looking at you. You know that they're still just doing what they're doing.
And when I look at the others, like in the group that's around me, walking with me, the same thing happen?
When you look at like your companions,
Yeah, and like Oberon and
you don't see it with the people directly around you. Like I think if you start looking for this effect, it like stops almost completely.
okay, it's like peripheral. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. But like these after images, are they like almost spiritual, like wispy? Would they seem solid? Are they like of a different color than the Fae themselves?
They're the normal. It's almost like they moved really fast.
Okay. Okay.
Or maybe you were looking slow.
But like I get the distinct feeling they're looking at the brooch itself. What does that mean?
That's what it feels like. Like they keep looking at the brooch.
Okay, I'll clock it, but like, oh, maybe there's. I'm leaving with one of their prized possessions. You must not want to part with it.
All right. You will make your way outside of the inner sanctum, back to the normal kind of tunnels. You see that there's Fae going to and fro. You see a little troop of these like gremlin-y looking, kind of like bubbly skin, gnarly, like toad people. They have got like little bug armor on them, and they've got these little tiny little spears, little toothpicks, and they're all hopping, marching along. They seem to be getting ready for the Voidling raid that's going to take place in a little while from now. You hear one of them bellowing out, calling the rest of them over. And yeah, you come out in a completely different location. And I think like all of you clock a little bit that it seems like Oberon doesn't really, he's done with this. So he's just like, okay, we'll see you all.
Until our challenge.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Thank you for the gifts.
That's thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Stuff in there is special.
Malin came with us, right? And like our entourage, that like.
She did not
she
into the inner sanctum.
Okay. I suppose we should go just back and collect Malin and the others before heading back.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys look around. You start to make sense of your surroundings. I think it takes a little bit to kind of like walk, get your bearings, head back towards where that clearing was. Eventually, you come upon, Maylin. And you guys all head back to the encampment. Now with a weapon for Tomas, with a potential Cypher for Quinn, and some other sort of Cypher for Wilm. Well, you're still getting weird looks. And I think you go back to your part of the encampment and you look at your brooch and you study it and you realize that there's a little bit of fiery energy coming from it. That's probably what they're looking at, is it's literally kind of glowing a little bit. And you can feel that connection that you had with the sun and fire and memory so strong.
I'm gonna try and feed into it,
So you start to channel that energy and it,
but add more into it, not like take out. Like, so channel energy into it rather than out.
yeah, into the brooch. And so you add some energies, channel some of your mana, and basically it will cost you 1 intellect point, but now it's like it's truly glowing a little bit, and you feel like you could tap into it and potentially get that point back.
Do I feel like I can do it again?
You feel like you can keep doing this.
Question. I have 1 edge in intellect.
Yeah.
So does that mean that each point I put in, if I put in a point at a time, would be free?
No, so this is going to be a cost, a set cost.
That's what I was okay. That's what I wanted to check.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you channel
All
more?
right.
Do you channel more?
What time is it?
I say you have your meeting in like the early afternoon, so you guys get back and it's like going to be dinner soon.
Okay. Yes, I think I will. I'm going to see, just because I like round numbers. I'm going to try and put 9 more.
Absolutely. You start to focus and put your energy in. And after 5 total points of intellect, it reaches full capacity. And so it feels like this magical container you can draw 9 points of intellect from at a later date and time.
Wait, sorry. You said 5 total.
5. Sorry, yes, you said 9.
Yeah,
5.
no, so I wanted to make sure like it was in fact 5. And
Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm tripping up.
Okay, cool.
So you put all of these in and you look up and you see Johnny standing in the doorway about to kill you with an axe. And we're going to take our break.
Oh my gosh. Johnny, no!
Johnny!
He's just showing off, okay? He's just posing. He's just mid-pose. Okay, anyways.
Oh boy.
Okay. We'll be right back.